was making a big deal out of, you know, how well he knew Grassley, and I could give him, you know, he could get me in to see that never happened.
I know, right? I need to grab my crispy. Okay, you guys, does it matter? I care so much about my teachers.
Yeah, take your people, take Ashley, take the banner. Chris and Tim, banner. Tim.
Now it's on. All right, sir. Follow me. Watch out for cars, and we're going to head on over this way.
We should sing we're all in this together.
I can't sing.
Good morning, this is Dr. Park hailing from UT live from the small town of Van Meter, which is about almost a half-hour drive from Des Moines. This is a National Day of Action against Republicans who are trying to gut the healthcare system as it currently stands. We are going to walk to the house of Representative David Young, Republican from Van Meter, Iowa. And he visited quite a number of facilities that serve mentally disabled people who are almost all on Medicare, if not all of them. He said he would support them, but he decided to throw them under the bus and vote for gutting the system. So.
You guys gonna knock on his door? Are you guys gonna knock? We can. There's more people. There's more room on the porch if people are.
Yeah, you guys want to come on down here? Just get on the porch.
You want to give someone your pill bottle? You want to give someone your pill bottle?
Oh, there, just a second.
Okay.
Hey, grass grows back. Grass grows back.
The grass.
Is there a bottle sticking out of this pocket? Is there a little bottle sticking out of this pocket?
There's nothing sticking out.
Okay, it fell out. It fell out in the bus. Okay, yeah. You want to pass it? Sure. Well, then he'll get two. Nope, I'm going to shoot a few.
Cat, you ready? Yep. Okay, hey folks, thanks for coming out. Let's remember to keep it respectful, but we also are the bosses of the person that lives here. The reason we're out here today is because David Young told us he was going to vote no, and then he didn't vote no, and then he voted yes, and then he didn't have any town halls. So this is our last resort because he's avoided our phone calls, hasn't contacted us since we've gone to his visit, and we're coming here to make sure he knows that we are his bosses and not lobbyists and corporations in D.C. Right?
Pardon the noise to my left, there is construction.
In a bottle, right? Is there anyone that wants to go?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Ashley, since you're the closest,
All right.
what do you got to say?
Representative Young, I actually kind of grew up in this town. town. So I thought you made this so personal for so many different people that I would just pay you a visit and make this super personal for you. I want to let you know that you have the opportunity to do the right thing despite throwing all of us under the bus. HR 676 is something we hope that you consider and follow through on. I want to let you know that the people of Iowa are here and we have a message for you. And just because you voted one way, you can't hide from us. We will continue to be back here and at your front step and at your front door, making sure that our voices are heard and that you are truly representing the people of Iowa.
Right. That's right. All right, you can leave your message in a bottle right here for the congressman. All right, someone else? All right, Lori, what do you got?
Hey, David Young. Glad to be in your beautiful town in front of your beautiful house. This is personal for every Iowan, for every American. Medicaid is helping people, Planned Parenthood is helping people, and you are trying to destroy that. So I'm giving you my message in a bottle.
Good. Thank you. Nancy Goodman, do you have something? All right.
All right, David, I am going to give you a chance to redeem yourself because here we are, all Iowans. You can say yes to the HR 676. My message to you is just say yes.
That bill is one that is going to be sponsored in House of Representatives, which will go the opposite way of the healthcare gutting. It wants to give basically healthcare, universal healthcare coverage for all people in the U.S.
Healthcare coverage and how good that would be and how expensive that would be. And these are things that affect a lot of people. Everybody knows somebody who's been affected by cancer. Everybody knows somebody who has a heart condition. And I'm sure you do too, David Young. So I want you to think about that when you vote. Think about those people. There are millions of people like that in our country. How would you feel if someone that you were close to was affected by your vote and your health care was?
Right. All right, who's next in line? Jerry, all right. We got a nurse here.
Representative Young, I am a nurse, but I also have had experience with negating people's importance. You are important because you're a representative and you have wonderful insurance. When my brother developed brain cancer, he didn't have wonderful insurance. He didn't have any insurance.
Right.
And why is my brother less important than John McCain? And why do you think that way? And how can you live with yourself?
Yeah, right. That's right. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Joe Fagan, what do you got? Okay. All right. I gotta take it out.
Okay. Representative David Young, as you probably know, 22 to 32 million Americans will lose their health care if legislation your party is trying to pass is actually passed. Please don't turn your eyes the other way and ignore the unnecessary stress, pain, suffering, and poverty this legislation would impose upon the lives of so many. Representative Young, we ask you and your comrades to harden not your hearts. Vote for what is in the best interest of the people of Iowa and of our country. Vote for affordable health care for all. I'm all right.
Are you okay?
Joe jumps for health care.
All right, who's next? All right, Jeff, what do you got?
Representative Young, I am a teacher and an educator, and I should not need
Medicaid as a teacher and an educator. And part of your responsibility to the 3rd District is to make sure that the 3rd District has a healthy economy. And if you want the 3rd District to have a healthy economy, you need a healthy workforce. And it is your responsibility to make sure you have a healthy workforce to have a healthy economy. So I ask that you make sure all the citizens of the 3rd District have health care so you can create the best economy for the 3rd District that you want.
All right, who's next? Next, Vern? Vern, all right. Vern from Adel.
Representative Young, how would you like it if most of the people in this town that I can see are probably don't have insurance at all or are on the very fringes of having it? How would you like it if we passed the 28th Amendment, which made you non-exempt and has the same insurances that the rest of us have? And then all those people who could not afford it then come to you and ask you for support, and you have to pay for their care. Myself, I am 77 years old. I am on Medicare. I am covered as of this moment. In the future, my health could be, health risk could be reduced or added to, I should say. And I also have a mother-in-law who will be 100 years old this Christmas. She's in a nursing home. If she is returned to our home after we've taken care of her for 31 years, if she's returned to our home, we are at the age where we can no longer provide that care. Would you, when you're 77 years old, be willing to take in your parents, your disabled children, or your in-laws into your home and take care of them for the lack of insurance that you failed to provide? Thank you.
Thank you. Woo, thanks, Vern. All right, who's up next?
Okay.
Paula, all right. Polly, sorry.
There's one of each of us.
One of each of us.
I'm going to leave my message.
All right. 2 messages.
Hi, I live in Altoona. My name is Polly. I have a daughter that will soon be no longer able to be on my insurance plan, my husband's insurance plan. And she is working at a job that pays $4.50 an hour, plus tips, which she likes the tips, but she does get minimum wage when she works in the store, but in 2 years, when she's on her own for insurance, she won't be able to afford it. And that's not right.
All right, thanks, Polly. Who's next? Got anyone? Joe? All right, Joe from Central Iowa DSA.
Hey, y'all. So, Congressman David Young, your actions passed a bill that will cut the health insurance of 200,000 Iowans, including my next-door neighbor, who after a lifetime of driving a 6-wheel dump truck 6 days a week, has rheumatism, arthritis, and survives on Medicare, simply to put billions of dollars in tax money back into the pockets of the very richest.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
You have a chance to fix this. When health care comes back up for debate, we will pay attention and see if you take the side of working-class Iowans or health care profiteers. We're going to keep paying attention. We're going to keep holding you accountable.
Right. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Who's next? Yes, Jess McCord with Indivisible Iowa. What do you got?
If you guys like just kidding. People keep standing in front of the Young part.
Congressman Young, I've been a little privileged more than anyone else here because I was able to actually talk to you in person for about half an hour. You gave us a meeting just after you had said that you were not going to vote for the ACA, but before you eventually did. So what I remember from that meeting is that you had after you had said no, you were pushed out of Paul Ryan's PAC. They weren't going to give you any more money. And you told us that that's just noise to you. It just rolls off your back. It doesn't matter. That you stand up for the people of Iowa. And you also told us at that meeting that you were not going to pull out the rug under anyone who had pre-existing conditions. Well, those were two broken promises. And I don't know what Paul Ryan said to you to get you to vote for that horrible bill, but it's time to stand up for the people of Iowa and not bow to party pressure or to the pressures that you get from whoever your big donors are that asked you to vote against it. It's time. You're a representative of the people of Iowa, and that's who you need to be for.
Yeah, thank you, Chad. All right, who's next? Linda? All right, come on over here.
I'm Linda Warren from Des Moines, and I worked for many years for the Social Security Administration. I know a lot about Medicare. And what a lot of people don't know is that for people who didn't earn enough work credits, the quarters of credit, at age 65, they can buy into Medicare, pay full price for the Part A, which probably now runs about $500 a month. But that would be less expensive than people who are having to buy through the individual market. Right. And another thing about this, the media, the news media, and opponents of the Affordable Care Act have whipped people into a hysteria about who's it covered. 85% of people have insurance through their employer or through Medicare. That leaves 15%. And of those 15%, 85% qualify for subsidies. That still leaves about 7 million people out of our 320 million people who are not getting a fair shake in buying insurance. And we need to help them. And letting them buy into Medicare at full price, I see as a solution. Thank you.
Woo, thank you, Linda. All right, who's next in line? All right. Someone wanting to speak? Maria, what do you got?
Yeah, Maria. Hi, Mr. Young, or Representative Young. Last year on March 24th, 2016, my husband was diagnosed with one of the most aggressive forms of colon cancer. I wrote to you, and your response to me was that this bill that they wanted to pass was going to make things better. However, alone, my husband's surgery was over $120,000. His chemo with immunotherapy was almost $200,000. I have friends in similar positions who have health care and are professionals, but with the high deductibles and the fact that we have to depend on the insurance companies as to what they'll approve, these people are waiting just so that they can live another day to provide for their family. So when you cast that vote, the one thing that I want you to remember is that we've done everything right, and pre-existing conditions should not be considered or held against people who are fighting to survive. Thank you.
Right. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, Hannah, what do you got?
Okay. Hi, David Young. I'm here today because one person without health insurance is too many. If health insurance was $1, we'd all have it, but it's clearly not. In a country with so much wealth, it's inexcusable that people are dying without health care. That's why we need Medicare for all.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, who's next? Who else has a message for Congressman David Young on the health care vote? Come on up. Don't be shy. Come on, y'all. There we go. All right, young gentleman right here.
Hello, Mr. Young. As someone who's dealt with depression for almost a year now, I'm lucky to be able to rely on my parents for help with that. But I worry for people who can't do that, who don't have insurance, who don't have the money to be able to get the help they need so that they can get out of the dark place. And I just want everyone to be able to have access to David Young.
Okay, I'm happy for you folks. You need to vacate the property. So if you're in charge, go step up.
All right, we're going to read this letter real quick.
We're going to read the letter real quick.
We're going to read the letter real quick.
We'll read the letter real quick and
read
we'll
the
get
letter
going.
real quick, and then put your messages in a bottle on the desk.
We just have one final message, and then we're going to be out of your hair. You do not have the right to take that from me.
You need to step off the property, or you're all going to be arrested for trespassing. That is the last order.
Just let him read the letter.
All right.
We're going to read the... You can read it from the street.
All right, we'll read it from the sidewalk.
You can do whatever you want on the
We'll
sidewalk.
read it from the sidewalk, folks.
But I'm going to tell you right now.
Put your bottles on the porch before you leave.
No.
They are our messages to our congressman. We are his boss. We are leaving the messages on his porch, and we're reading the letter on the sidewalk.
Everybody on the sidewalk.
All right, we have a letter for Representative Young. Representative Young, we are in a healthcare crisis.
By the way, he's not here.
That's totally fine. It'll be all over the internet. I'm sure we'll see it.
All right.
We are in a healthcare crisis, and our lives are on the line. On May 4th, you put the lives of thousands of Iowans at risk with your decisive vote to move the American Health Care Act to the U.S. Senate.
This isn't the sidewalk. This is his
That
private
bill
property.
sets the stage for
I get it.
massive
I get
cuts
it.
to
You got to stay on the property.
skyrocketing premiums and
Man, you
more.
have to go over here. You're going to be arrested.
Now, with the stalemate in the United States Senate, you have the chance to make amends for this vote and push for guaranteed health care for all Iowans and all Americans.
No, but
We are here today to share our stories. We are here today to demand health care for all. Everybody in, nobody out.
Everybody in, nobody out. Everybody in, nobody out. Everybody in, nobody out. Everybody in, nobody out. Everybody in, nobody out. Everybody in, nobody out.
Our health is not a political bargaining chip. This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. It is a human issue and a human right. We call on you to be a leader in this moment of crisis and work with both Republicans and Democrats to guarantee health care for all and put people before profits and politics. The choice is yours. The people of Iowa will be watching closely.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right. So.
Go find our ride.
Yeah, we gotta go find our ride. Let me give them a call real quick.
Hang out here for a minute, folks.
Me too.
Find a ride. Otherwise, we're going to ask Congressman Young's father if we can crash at his place for a little while.
No, I just need. I need a point. You need. I'm sorry.
Matthew, Iowa CCI. Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right.
Matthew, what's your name?
Healthcare is a human right.
Covington.
Healthcare is a human right.
Healthcare is a human right. Because basically,
healthcare is a human right. Healthcare is a human right.
282-0485. Is she on her way?
Yep.
That's fabulous.
Guys, I want to take a picture of all of us together. This is amazing. So let's move up just a couple steps. Make sure you can see me. You got your hands in the air. You got your signs up. We have our banners. It's great. I want to make sure I don't get hit by a car. Done that once. It wasn't fun.
Getting close.
Yeah. So bright. I'm gonna clown it. We have on for like a second. Alright, we got a ton. Alright. 5-2. How'd it go? Do you have signal out here?
Yeah, I'm using my hotspot.
Chance more. I say my people. What? I got it, sorry.
What?
Yes, help. Don't call where I world, this is people territory. Say my people, well, we got a story. Yeah, let's tell the whole wide world, this is people territory. Woo! Woo!
All right, folks, I think the bus is coming to come pick us up. We had to cut this visit short, but we're going to go head down to our next location. I think all the neighbors, I think there's one of them over there. Hey, we got our message across, so we're going to head down to the next site after this, once the bus gets here. All right, folks?
I'm going to go ahead and take my stream down, and then I will come back up at the next location. So see you in a few.